victims who were abducted from a Niger State Transport Authority bus last week have narrated their experience in captivity. Some of them who spoke with Daily Trust described the experience as horrible, praying never to have such an encounter again. One of the victims, Ajia Juma Isa, gave thanks to God for making her survive the ordeal. He said, "It is not easy, wallahi. They were threatening us and beating the men. They really beat the hell out of the men, but all they wanted from us was money. They kept demanding money from us. They gave us dirty water to drink. Their ammunition is out of this world. I have never seen those kind of arms in my life. They have different kinds of assorted weapons. They are more than 1,000 in the bush. I am happy now that I have regained freedom. I thank God that I am still alive because I thought I would not come out alive," she said. 38-year-old Mohammed Kindagi, a civil servant with the Niger State Science and Technical School Board, said he was abducted while returning from a friend's wedding. "Immediately we met the bandits," according to what he said. "They asked us to park our car and they started shooting before we came out of the car. The bullet tossed my head. When I started seeing blood, I thought the end had come." He said, "We trekked for 24 hours daily. They usually take us one after the other. That was what we did from the time we were kidnapped till the following morning," Kindagi said. He said they fed twice daily, morning and evening, and drank contaminated water. If we eat food in the morning, we won't eat another one until evening. They gave us contaminated water to drink. We were made to cook by ourselves because they asked us to cook. We were sleeping on barefoot in the bush. We were not tied, but guns were pointed at our heads and they were beating us constantly. We met one victim in the camp when we got there. We don't know how many of the bandits that waylaid us that day, but we met a lot of them on our way into the bush. The first day, they took us to a hill. From there, we moved under a mango tree. On the third day, we moved inside the bush, which was our final destination before we got rescued," he narrated. "They beat us, beat our women too. There's one useless one among them who didn't bother whether you are a woman or a man before he starts beating you. They beat us with stick. As they are beating us, they are asking us to bring money. All of them are Fulani, but they communicated to us in Hausa while they spoke Fulani within themselves. They asked us to forgive them and we said we had forgiven them and they should forgive us too, so that we could leave the bush." It's also said that they were separated from the Kagara students who were kept at a close distance. His story isn't different from that of Hamza Mohammed Buhari, who said he had a tough time with the enemies. He said, "We are on our way to Mina and a car signaled us to stop and we did. People in the car were shaking. Some said we should go back, but somebody from outside said they were vigilantes and that they made us proceed. After we moved, we were attacked by the bandits, numbering about 10. They started shooting sporadically. We cannot say precisely where we were taken after the abduction. We were just moving into the bush for hours. When we got to a place, we would rest and continue with the movement again, and they kept beating us, but they used their motorcycles to carry the women, but men trekked throughout. They starved us and only gave us a handful of food. We cooked rice with contaminated water. We were tortured daily. It is indeed bad and terrible," he said. The victims have been taken to the hospital. Okay? But you know what? Ahmad, the Senate president is a disappointment for making such statements, saying that all the southern governors, that those who are fanning the embers of war, who contributed to the crisis that has been happening in the southwest, that man is an embarrassment. You see all of this is happening. They said they were speaking because they understand. They say they were among themselves. They were speaking Fulani, but they spoke Hausas to them. These are the people that we see come to the other side. I remember the brother of the Edo prince when he was narrating what happened to his brother, and you see, they say they trekked for 20, almost how many hours, but because the man could not keep up with the pace, and that was why maybe if they felt that it was going to be, dragging them back, and they just finish him. It's very, very bad. These are the same people coming to the south. Of course, we know that we have some other people who are before this Esme started this their operation, when it's gained a very, very strong stand since Buhari came on board. There's no doubt about it. We have a pocket of kidnappers here and there, and most of the time they get hold of them when people begin to complain. They are just scanty, and that was why they were able to get some of them, even Evans. But since people have been complaining left, right, and center about this kidnapping, they've not been able to arrest anybody. And people who have experience, like the Edo Prince brother was telling us, that when he saw the man, that he knew that he is an Fulani person, that is a Fulani person. But at the end of the day, when they arrested the kidnapper, he confessed that he's a Fulani person. And these people will now be talking what they don't understand, that people are just, see now, then who are they going to be holding responsible in their own note that it's happening every second? Every second. And I've said it times with that number. These people want a repeat of what is happening there to be here. You can be politically correct, or you want to be politically correct. That is your own cup of tea. But the people who have suffered enough. A woman in Ogun State that they cut her finger. The woman later died. And they used a bullet to injure her jaws. And people are telling us we don't know what they are talking about. The victims don't know what they are talking about. They won't say anything. All of those people who are always coming to support them, it shows that they are part of the whole thing. Just like Governor Otom of Benue said that this man is part of, is part of them. For him to be supporting Esme carrying AK-47, the Bauchi governor, is part of them. Tomorrow, some northerners will ask you, what is the offense of a Fulani man? Thank God the women were not raped. They won't tell you that part. Who told you that? Can't you reason where their real mission was to rape the women and money? We did tell you if they were mishandled. Federal government, Arewa, do you think people will be happy to live peacefully with these Fulani people? These are northerners confirming that they are Fulani people with sophisticated arms. The money they realize from kidnapping is used in financing terrorism. That means if we want insurgency to stop in Nigeria, we must stop kidnapping and also secure our borders. And again, they are, that is why this man is making excuses. He's trying his best. The Gumi is trying to tell you these people are peaceful. These people, it is not their fault. It is not their this and that. They know quite alright that the Nigerians know that the people who are committing this offense, they are Fulanis. Now they are coming down to tell you that it is not their fault. It is you that you are the victims. You, the innocent people. It is your fault. It is your fault. It is not their fault. That is why the man is trying so hard to defend them. But it's not going to work. They can continue with all of these things in their own area, but it's not going to work outside the north.